The single deepest human need isn't for food or water. It's for belonging. And your brain, it actually treats social rejection like a physical injury. Today, we're going to show you the ancient survival script that's controlling your daily decisions, and more importantly, how you can start choosing authenticity over just complying.
Just let that sink in for a second. It's a massive statement, right? More than hunger, more than thirst, our brains are fundamentally wired for connection with other people. Now, this isn't just some nice-to-have preference for being social. No, this is a non-negotiable biological command, and it's been shaping our species for thousands and thousands of years. So let's decode this ancient survival script that's running your life, all based on this one incredibly powerful need.
All right, so here's our roadmap. We'll start with that deepest human need. Then, we'll get into why social rejection can actually physically hurt. We'll map out the hidden survival script that's running in the background of your mind and why it's so powerful. Then, and this is the important part, we'll get practical with some tools to rewrite that script. And we'll finish up by talking about the freedom that comes from finding the courage to be disliked.
So let's start right at the beginning. This intense need for belonging, it's not just, a modern feeling of loneliness you get while scrolling social media. It is an evolutionary mandate. For literally hundreds of thousands of years, our survival depended completely on being an accepted member of a tribe. If you were alone, you were vulnerable. Together, you were safe. That drive is literally etched into our DNA.
Okay, let's really dive into this part, because this is where that ancient need creates a very real and often painful modern-day struggle. We're going to explore why the sting of being judged or the ache of being left out feels so incredibly real. Well, because to your brain, it is. This is the source of so much of that chronic relational distress that I think we all feel from time to time.
Have you ever done this? Bitten your tongue in a meeting, even though you had a fantastic idea? Or maybe you just agreed with someone to keep the peace, to avoid conflict. Have you ever felt that pit in your stomach, almost physically sick, after being left out? Or just that bone-deep exhaustion from constantly trying to be what you think other people want you to be? Look, these aren't just personality quirks. They are symptoms of a deep, primal fear system hard at work.
And the science behind this is absolutely fascinating. See, there's a part of your brain called the dACC, and you can think of it as your brain's alarm center. When you feel rejected, even something small like a friend not texting you back, this area lights up like a Christmas tree. And here is the craziest part. It's the exact same area that lights up when you break a bone. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between social pain and physical pain. A broken heart and a broken leg, they register in the same place.
So this intense neurological pain response, it forces us into this state of chronic self-protection. It creates what we call the identity gap. On one side, you've got your compliant social self. That's the mask you wear. It's the you that prioritizes safety, seeks harmony, and will do anything to avoid conflict. But on the other side is your authentic actual self, the part of you that's guided by your real values and desires. And living in that gap, it is exhausting. It's why we feel so much anxiety, because our brain is working overtime to maintain the stability of that social mask, even if it's not who we really are.
So how does this actually play out day to day? Well, it's not random. Your brain is running this hidden 4-step process in the background all the time. Think of it like a threat detection and compliance loop, a program designed to keep you safe from that social pain no matter what.
Let's break this loop down. It all starts with step 1, the proximity cue. This is some tiny, subtle social signal. Maybe you tell a joke and it falls flat, or you notice a sudden shift in someone's tone. Your brain flags it as a potential threat. Instantly, we're at step 2, the social pain alarm. Your dACC fires off, creating that awful, urgent feeling that you need to fix this right now. To stop the pain, your brain jumps to step 3, the compliance strategy. This is your automatic routine. Maybe you start people-pleasing, or you apologize, or you just withdraw completely. And finally, step 4, reinforcement. The strategy works. The conflict is avoided, the painful feeling goes away, and your brain learns a really powerful lesson. Giving up a piece of yourself is the fastest way to feel safe again. And that's what locks the habit in place.
Okay, so we know the what and the how, but why is this loop so incredibly powerful and automatic? Well, the reasons are buried deep in our evolutionary past and our brain's architecture. This isn't a character flaw you need to fix. It's a design feature you need to understand.
I mean, this really says it all. For our ancestors, being cast out of the group wasn't just embarrassing, it was a death sentence. No tribe meant no food, no protection, no chance of survival, period. That life or death reality is hardwired into our biology,
And even though our world is much safer now, your brain is still playing by those ancient high-stakes rules.
And this gets compounded by something called sociometer theory. The idea is that you should think of your self-esteem not as some deep truth about your worth, but more like a fuel gauge in a car. It's just constantly monitoring your level of social acceptance. When it senses you might be getting pushed out, that needle drops into the red, it triggers that dACC alarm and forces you to do something about it. It's why our self-worth can feel so fragile, because it's biologically tied to what other people think of us.
So here's the crucial point. Your brain is a learning machine, always looking for the quickest path to safety. And when you people please or you stay silent and that social pain immediately vanishes, well, that's an incredibly powerful reward. It's called negative reinforcement. You get rewarded because a bad feeling was taken away. This process quickly convinces your brain that sacrificing your true self is the smartest, safest choice you can make. It's no wonder this pattern is so hard to break.
Okay, so we've established that we're all walking around running an outdated survival program. But here's the really good news. We can rewrite the code. And this isn't about willpower or just deciding to be more confident. It's about strategically and consciously giving your brain new data. So let's get into the practical toolkit for taking back control.
We're going to focus on 3 powerful practical strategies you can start using today to intervene in that loop. First, we'll learn to redefine the pain itself. Second, we'll strategically expose ourselves to tiny, manageable social risks. And third, we'll build a new, more stable foundation for our self-worth.
Here it is. This is the first and maybe most powerful tool you can use in the moment. When you feel that social pain alarm going off, you consciously say this phrase to yourself. This feeling is intense, but it is social pain, not physical danger. I am safe. This works like a cognitive circuit breaker. It helps you shift your brain activity from your panicked, reactive lizard brain to your rational, logical prefrontal cortex. You're just labeling the feeling, and that gives you power over it. You're calmly telling your ancient brain that the old life or death rules, they don't apply here.
Next up, you have to give your brain new evidence. And this means intentionally taking tiny, calculated social risks. And I mean small. Politely saying no to a minor request. State a gentle, differing opinion on a low-stakes topic, like a movie. The goal here is not to be a jerk, it's to run little experiments that prove to your brain that a tiny bit of social friction is not a catastrophe. Over time, these small acts of courage begin to desensitize that dACC alarm.
And the final tool is all about building a new foundation. So instead of your self-worth being that sociometer bouncing all over the place based on other people's reactions, you anchor it to your own core values. Pick 2 or 3 values that are truly important to you. Honesty, curiosity, compassion, whatever they are, and find small ways to act on them every single day. This creates a new, positive reward loop. Your brain starts getting that little hit of pleasure from your integrity, from self-alignment, not just from social compliance. And eventually, that new loop can become stronger than the old one.
And that brings us to our conclusion. We've mapped the system, we've understood its ancient power, and we've explored the tools to change it. But now we have to reframe this whole journey, not as one of overcoming some personal weakness, but as one of discovering and cultivating courage.
And this might just be the most important takeaway of all. If you find yourself people-pleasing, you are not weak. You're not broken. You are executing a brilliant, ancient, and deeply loyal survival script that worked perfectly for tens of thousands of years. It kept your ancestors alive. It is not a personal failing. It's just a biological program that needs a conscious update for the modern world.
So, understanding all of this brings you to a fundamental choice. It's a question that you get to answer in every social interaction, every meeting, every conversation you have, every single day.
And that choice is between authenticity and compliance, between your core values and your ancient fear of rejection. The tools we talked about, they don't get rid of the fear, but they give you the power to make a different choice in the face of it. They give you the power to choose integrity over approval.
And we'll end on this thought. The ultimate freedom isn't being liked by everyone. That's an impossible prison to live in. The ultimate freedom is being okay with not being liked by everyone. Because your potential isn't found in conforming to the group, it's found in the courage to express the authentic self that lies right underneath.